but I do see improvement over and over and over again with him. And I really feel like he can upset Tweedy. I would say that he is the underdog in this situation, especially considering his recent loss to Tweedy at KIT at a very close and grueling 3-2 set. Gandhi, who do you have in this match? Who's going to win this? Who's going to take it? Where's your money at?
You know, we're in for a treat here. We have two DLC titans here in Enchantress and HELLBOY. It's gonna be a nail biter, but I'm gonna have to take Enchantress on this one. He's got those hexagrams.
There you go, the new DLC ready to go. Now watch out for that zombie that she does summon there with the use of her character power. You can always see the progression of it down at the bottom of the screen, but that thing stays active for a very long time, and Nicky is getting worked right now. Not sure what these mix-ups are. I have never seen this character yet. This character just came out. There we go, Nicky ready to use that bounce cancel and really making her bouncing him off the Batmobile here. The low punch right into the crotch of Enchantress. So ruthless, so relentless.
The patience here from both players. We know what she's capable of doing here. And that back two that she has, that mid-sword strike. So it's one of the best mid-screen tools in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it definitely has great range, and you know, Tweedy being the footsie god that he is, definitely utilizing it very, very well. And that jump in two of hers, that sword, it's just got such great range while not really extending her hurt blocks way too much. Going for some kind of, oh, there it is, doesn't matter. The hex was placed right on Nicky's head.
Jumping.
Come on, Nicky. Get loose.
So Enchantress, you know, like you said, she had just came out. She's been less than a week out, available for everybody. You know, she has 4 different hexes. So that one that she had used just there, and they're all random. So he can't select which hex he wants. It's just an RNG. The one that he just got hit with was the damage for ducking and jumping. So, you know, get blown up for trying to, you know, outmaneuver your opponent there. And
yeah, no,
game number
it's really
one,
hard to play. It's hard to play the neutral game in any fighting game without ducking or jumping. You know, those are just like 2 very common options. Just walking is not really going to cut it in a lot of sense.
Yeah, it totally goes against your whole mental approach in a fighting game here.
Yeah. So, you know, most of the time people just kind of ignore it, but when she puts you in a do or die situation, you're going to die for ignoring it. Nicky trying to back up here as Tweedy just follows him with that jumping sword in the form of that jump-in 2 attack. And can we talk about how great Enchantress's back 3 hitbox is? It just reaches so high over her head. She just arcs herself all the way back, and Tweedy all over the fact that Nicky was trying to jump desperately over that zombie here. Gets the back throw here. And all right, when you see that little wall, that green wall that Enchantress puts right in front of her, that wall is like a mirror that just reflects any projectile that comes to it.
And the meter burn back 3. Tweedy in control here.
Combo potential here, summons the zombie as Nicky just goes over to the other side. Nicky trying to get this first bar, and Tweedy just not giving it to him.
Yeah, these jump 2s from Enchantress are just so strong, because once she gets that, she's able to continue that with a low string, or she can just go into any of the other pressure tools she has. Nicky's going to have to look out for that jump 2.
Can we talk about how Tweedy just did that neutral jump 2 after that back 3? And this character is like a few days old. How did he understand the situation of where he was? Tweedy's got
this. Does the Bureau have any tech on Sebulba and Enchantress? See if Nicky's able to respond here. He's going to sweep the leg. Yeah, you can't let her get started up. Nicky realizing that, he's putting on the pressure here in the corner. He gets the crossover. He forces the clash here from Tweedy.
Do your work.
Now, Tweedy's in a position where he can bet more bar than Nicky. He does have access to the second one, but did not opt to use it at all. Instead, just wants to make sure that Nicky doesn't hurt him for clashing. as he holds onto the bar. He'd rather have the meter burn back 3-4, the great combo starter potential. Nicky on the way to closing this out, has access to the roll, and there it is, Nicky fishing it out perfectly. What a superb read there. What a great play. Nicky knew exactly that Tweedy, it was up, and that is meter management at its finest. You know, that's something that transitions from fighting game to fighting game, and we know that Nicky is a killer instinct god, and he understands that you need to have your eyes on every single bar, all the progression everywhere at all times, and he knew it. He knew it exactly. What a play.
Approaching Red Sun Prison.
Yeah, what a read from Nicky there, tying this setup as we switch stages, as we go to the Red Sun Prison, as Tweedy's other character looking on in the jail, wondering why you abandoned me. With this dark
Tweedy's
magic here from Enchantress.
He's trying to make a point with this character. Trying to tell the world that he is going to destroy people with this character.
And the meter burn frozen in time there. That's a phenomenal restand as well. Her standing too. Very dangerous as Sebulba's just walking down here, but he's on a cooldown now. The mobility from HELLBOY, he's able to get away from the trait, away from Sebulba. Doesn't want to deal with any of that. And can we talk about how amazing that throw animation is from June Moon? That's one of my favorites in this game right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. Just like her sucking the soul out.
Yeah, shout outs to Shang Tsung. Nicky with some clean damage here in the mid-screen game. Straight out. Sebulba turning around, doesn't know which side HELLBOY's on.
He has no idea here. And great anticipation there at Nicky with the upward magnum shot here. However, Tweedy can get something going here. He goes for the hard knockdown, goes to the side, correctly blocked by Nicky, but unfortunately does not expect the low starting string there from Tweedy.
Nicky bringing out the Good Samaritan, trying to challenge any advancement from Tweedy. He's trying to get that jump over too. Once again, Sebulba walking down HELLBOY. Tweedy just letting shots fire here.
I mean, that's really what you got to do when she summons that trait, and you just kind of have to, like, you know, reset, calm down.
Oh my goodness, the conversion!
What a conversion right there. Understood
Nicky.
exactly where he was going to be at all times.
Hellfire and Brimstone as the Edgelord, HELLBOY and Nicky taking this set. Right now, you know, they're both unfamiliar with this matchup, of course. Nobody's really played a set against Enchantress, and Enchantress hasn't really played a set against anybody. So, you know, we're trying to, you know, sort this out here as we now change stages once again. We're now in Atlantis, in the throne room. Nicky already here, gonna get that conversion with the slam, but now they're just Nicky backdashing, trying to get some space here. The meter burn back 365 on that jump 2 from Enchantress. Tweedy going with the 4-2-3, the meter burn to get that capture. Now Sebulba's out once again. Oh, and that jump 3, so good. That energy field around Enchantress.
And the meter burn
and
forward 3 to
overhead
out that
fist.
big fist that just comes out of the sky, out of nowhere. She can add some meter there, some armor to it by meter burning it. That is her forward 3 animation. Very beautiful stuff there. Shout out to the Netherlands.
Yeah, but Nicky entering right back here. Both players on their second health bar. Nicky was cursed there for a moment. That was a no special move curse. He's going to get hit with the back 3. And the stage transition. Hello, Black Manta. Good to see you again. Tweedy getting that dash 2 conversion, 378. Nicky
And
trying to get
Tweedy
those
with
plus
a
frames.
very, very risky challenge right there. And knew exactly when to kind of poke at Nicky. Knew when to go.
Oh my
We're going
God.
right back. Transition to transition. Tweedy, I believe this is going to be enough. Yes, it is. As he just cuts right through the fan. Tweedy tying it up 2-2. Going toe-to-toe with Circa Nicky with this brand new character.
Yeah, the dark magic surging through Tweedy as he uses not one, but 2 stage transitions to close out that match there.
You know,
Fantastic
that was like
awareness from him.
back-to-back. That was back-to-back transitions, just going right back and forth. Tweedy.
HELLBOY, ENSHANTRESS.
I was like, do not pass go, do
Fighters
not collect
approaching
your second,
Metropolis.
your second health bar. Just going to take it from you. And now the set's tied here, 2 games apiece. Once again, a juicy set here. So we go back to the Ace of Clubs here, Friday night happy hour.
Yeah, right here in Metropolis with our good friend Steve. As Tweedy tries to find something there, and Nicky just gives him a down 1 as soon as he tries to move forward, earning himself the first hit and earning himself that meter boost. Oh, as soon as that trait is summoned, it's going to come out after you. You really got to get completely away from it. We go Tweedy with a full combo potential here. Going for the hard knockdown again. I'm sorry, the semi-hard knockdown. Looks like Nicky just finally found the window to tech roll out of a lot of those situations that Tweedy's putting him in.
Oh my God, can we talk? Tweedy just went for a jump 3 with Sebulba walking him down, creating a wall of terror for Nicky to handle, and he got out of there in a hurry. We have the dashes in the air here. Oh my goodness, the trade, armor for armor.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot of armor. When you use armor on those interactables, it's multiple hitting, not just one hit of armor. And the Bulba is just perfectly getting Tweedy out of that bad situation. And Nicky just punching right through that wall, the anti-zoning wall that Enchantress just puts up in front of her, shoving his fist down her throat.
Down 1, he's going to spend the bar there. Activated his trait. Can absorb some of this damage here. Enchantress has a really nice down 1 there, similar to Firestorm. The meter burn back 3. Gets the conversion, 330 hit points here. Well, and that capture is going to be big trouble, and he's going to force the clash from Nicky.
I'll devour your soul.
I wonder if they have snowballs in hell where Enchantress is from. We'll find out, I guess, one day if we ever make it to the Bureau. And it just looks like 4th of July here, the fireworks, and now Tweedy with the advantage here. He throws Nicky into the corner. But there's no corner when you have an air leap. But once again, the back 3. And he's going to get blown up by the U-Haul truck.
Send a Titan like HELLBOY through. Over to the other side of Metropolis, Nicky trying to find his way in. Not sure how close the wall is to him. Doesn't matter. Goes and cancels into the low nut punch.
Oh my God! And Sebulba once again is going to interrupt any advancement from HELLBOY. And Tweedy just stole that 3rd game.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like a win button once you're down to like almost nothing. As long as that animation starts to a certain frame, it will come out. That character power, that zombie that you see just appearing out of the ground will come out and it will hit you. And Nicky just not ready for it.
Okay, so something really important to note, we went back to the Red Sun Prison where there is no background bounce. So we'll see if that plays a factor into this, wow, this nail biter of a set here. And Nicky's going to get the first hit there. But Tweedy stealing his soul in efforts for that. Sebulba's activated. He's going to be on cooldown. We didn't get to see him wreak any havoc. Nicky has a curse on. And that was the no clasher building of the super meter. He didn't build any bar for that. And Tweedy with 500 hit points on his first health bar here.
Just look how
Looking
great
to
Tweedy
continue
understands
the-
the interactable game, just going right under Nicky's attempts to try to use it and punishing perfectly.
Oh, and that jump too.
Maybe you are a monster.
Grovel before my power.
One bar
She
of
has
Tweedy's
unlimited
the classic
power here, it
high, not
seems.
giving Nicky any kind of wiggle room to get anything back. Tweedy just was willing to spend his one and only bar, gets the wake up successfully, and goes over Nicky as he tries to just charge his way in to get rid of this pesky little pixel that is between himself and a win over Tweedy.
Nicky still has his trade available if he can use it to absorb some damage there, but he's able to get that first health bar off of Tweedy with that down one. He's going to have to try to find an answer here before any hexes or curses start to play a factor. And he's gotten hit with one. That's the damage for ducking and jumping. And look at the health just melt away from Nicky. And Tweedy on a roll here with Enchantress.
You know, Tweedy's looking
Queen
great.
of the
He's
underworld here.
Yeah, no, he's one game away from taking this over circa Nicky. I mean, either way, I'm impressed with both these players. And you know, it really comes down to once Tweedy has that knockdown and he's able to summon that zombie that you see pulled out of the ground, it really comes down to like a little mind game. You know, if he thinks Nicky's gonna go for his projectiles, he's gonna throw up the wall. And if he thinks Nicky's just gonna jump in because Nicky thinks that he's gonna look for a hex, he's just gonna wait and down two perfectly like he did right there. Because HELLBOY really has no option other than just going for the full screen jump in because he wants nothing to do with that character power. Nicky does get the first hit, does get the meter award here, and great avoidance there, perfectly knowing how to get away from that character. That pesky zombie that's just been helping Tweedy so much in this entire set.
Oh, and that instant air grab. Nicky looking on fire here. He started off super fast in this game number 7. And he's got the first health bar off of Tweedy. Again, that awareness to air dash away from Saboba, and he got that punish there. Really set him up in the right position here.
That is adaptation right before your eyes, and that's really something you need when you want to be a high-level fighting game player in any fighting game. You need to understand, you know, how to read matchups. You need to understand how to adjust to them.
Oh my goodness, and Saboba going to disarm HELLBOY with that tank.
This is called black magic.
Do your worst.
But Tweedy still forced the clash there as Nicky, unrelenting, really needs this game here if he wants to have any chance of sending it to a final game. That 4-2-3. And the low.
And
it's
the
going
low
to catch
starter
Nicky.
there from Tweedy, just catching Nicky completely off guard as Nicky was trying to just back away, just trying to get some space between himself and his opponent.
Batmobile is going to force the clash.
You are a monster.
Grovel before my power.
All right, 2 bars apiece. What are we going to see? Tweedy deciding to use all his meter, healing 15%. I think it was worth it. 1 bar, not too much you can really do with 1 bar when you're comparing it to 15% of just easy access damage. Tweedy patiently waiting there, perfectly timing that down 2. Unfortunately, does not get the conversion here. Nicky trying to get something going here, trying to show signs of life in this set.
Well, he was making a hard read there with the upshot.
Yeah, no, he definitely was.
Got a last chance here. Can he activate his trait? But he's going to blow up that meter burn back 3. Oh my goodness! 25 hit points
And
the
he
low
baited out perfectly.
round. Yes!
He baited out. He made it whiff. He made that wake up whiff because he knew Tweedy was going for it. He just made it whiff and sealed the deal here. Nicky is still in this. Nicky is 2 games away from this, I guess, this reverse 3-0 right here at the end.
You know, there was a few things that he did in that last match that really makes me think that this set can go the distance here. even with him having to spend a tremendous amount of resources off that air escape, and then the push block when Tweedy connected with the background bounce, and he still is able to take that match. Beautiful. But Tweedy's going to get that first hit.
He's on his way to sealing this bet, sealing the deal here. Next to back. Okay, he's looking for something here.
Bulba.
Can you tell me how he was supposed to block that?
And the soul from Hellboy is just evaporating here before our very eyes. Oh my goodness, once again! You cannot push buttons when Sebulba is ready to explode. You have to be aware. You have to mind your surroundings here. Oh, and Nicky being able to make that read off of the...
Can we talk about how Enchantress's character power is just a win button? Just when you're down to nothing, it's so hard to stop her from just activating it. You really cannot let her breathe. You cannot let her get a moment of opportunity when you're down to a pixel.
And it doesn't go away on hit. So if you think, hey, I can just hit her with a projectile and I'm safe, you're in big trouble there. You have to be mindful of the cooldown from her trait.
Can we talk about how Nicky is a footsie god, as he just showed us right there, just walking in and out of the range perfectly with punishing Tweedy?
Yeah, as this set has progressed, Nicky and the spacing, the neutral god is coming out right before our very eyes here. Well, no punish.
No punish.
He got away with
Tweedy. Very uncharacteristic like of him.
Do your worst.
What's going to happen after that clash here? That was a big gift there for Nicky. See if he can make something happen, and here we go.
Tweedy's got 2 bars, though, ready to go. What can he do with them? How can he utilize these resources? He's got to get the first hit, though. Here we go. Using 1 to freeze him there in that time cube. Summoning the trait and trying to keep Nicky on the ground, but Nicky refusing to stay there. He wants nothing to do with that character power of Enchantress. Doesn't know which side he's on, and this is going to be it. Nicky meter burning it to add some more damage to it. Clean game, bringing it all the way 4-4, down to our final and 9th game.
The 7 hells, and we're tied 4-4 here. We couldn't ask for anything else here tonight for our main card premiere matchup on the Clash. A definitive final game between Nicky and Tweedy with these 2 new DLC characters. You know, I'm impressed across the board from both of those guys, being able to have a matchup play out the way it has for us to be able to break it down. And here we go. In the movie theater, in the rafters, the highlight reels are coming. So Bulba, nothing there for...
There by Nicky. Very smart stuff to kind of avoid all those active frames from Enchantress's character power.
He's trying to find out these options, and the delayed wake up might be one of them. Ooh, and a vicious back 3 from Tweedy, and he's going to take things outside here.
The challenge, the down 1, bounce. Really getting you something when you're in front of a background bounce. Down 1 and a background bounce pretty much connects from every single character. Oh, Tweedy is wrecking Nicky right now. This is looking absolutely devastating for him in this final game. Can Nicky bring it back? He has no more clash, down to very limited resources, as he doesn't have too much health left. So here we go, getting something going, using a bar meter, continuing the combo, activating his trait as he just kind of keeps hold on Tweedy, jumping over the projectile.
The low starting string's going to connect for Tweedy. He was trying to get him cursed, and he does. That's the no clash or building of the super meter. But it just worn off in the nick of time as he got those hit confirms. Here we go.
Oh, he went for some kind of low punch there. Instead, oh, that was a big mistake. Huge mistake there by Nicky. Not sure if that was a huge read or some kind of error, input error, but Tweedy taking full advantage of it.
Nicky on life support here. But he's able to get that first health bar. So, I mean, we've seen miracles happen before, but with this character trait, 4-2-3 is going to capture, and that's going to close it out for Tweedy. Enchantress tonight is she's your Lord and Savior. She's your queen. She's your queen of the damned. Man,
No,
what a character.
That was good. I'm very impressed by